Hey, shalom, 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 everybody. Shalom, Yasha'Allah. Call me Yasha'Allah, Priest Sabak, H.O.I. We still got next. Hallelujah. Bring it out. H.O.I. pull up, boys. H.O.I. to the chariots fly. Shalom. First and foremost, hope everybody is well in the spirit. All praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. And this is a emergency Passover announcement. The reason why I'm using the word emergency is because, well, that's to get y'all attention. All right. Um, so now, this so-called coronavirus situation, issue, crisis, plague, pandemic, pestilence, whatever you want to call it, false flag, Illuminati plan, whatever you want to call it. It is affecting a lot of everyday life. All right. So I just got word today from the Shalom Akim. The venue that we had in New York City, H.O.I. New York City headquarters, that venue had to shut down. So they were going to still let us have the Passover, but they decided to shut their venue down because the city of New York is only allowing gatherings of 50 people or less. All right. The place we had for the Passover, it holds over 500. It holds almost 500 people, I believe. And we didn't even know the turnout that we was going to have. But I already had an estimation of people that RSVP'd and people that inquired of about 100 to 150. And there was more people to come. So I don't know how many people we would have had this year, but we would have had way over 50. So as far as the Passover for New York City headquarters, April 6, 2020, it's postponed. It's not canceled, but it's postponed. And the new date will be, I'm going to get it for y'all right now. The new date will be in the first week of May. But I'm going to get the date for you now because the Passover is one of the main feast days that you could make up in the second month. So the new moon for April will count 2 weeks from that, and I'll give us our Passover in the second month to make up in New York at the same venue. All right, let me get that exact date for y'all now. Salakia, bear with me. Let me get that exact date for y'all now. Salakia, I should have had it ready. But bear with me. So this is for the New York Passover. Now, as far as Los Angeles, Las Vegas, Atlanta, that's the other three states because everybody else was coming to New York. As far as the other three states of HOI that was having their Passovers, as far as we know, their Passovers are still going on because they don't have the same restrictions in their state yet. And this announcement is this is just a preliminary announcement. Anything could change, but I'm going to make a final announcement after the new year. The new year is next Monday, March 23rd, 2020 at even is the new year. And once I get the update, because I spoke to my contact at the banquet hall, once I get the wording again from him, once I get an update from him on Monday or Tuesday, that's when we'll make the final decision on the Passover. But I'm just giving to y'all preliminarily because so y'all can start making contingency plans now. All right. Salakia, bear with me. But as far as for now, it's looking like Passover in New York City headquarters for 2020 is going to be postponed. Not canceled, but it's going to be pushed back to the second month because you can keep the Passover in the second month, and I'm going to prove that in a minute. But let me get this date, Salakia, y'all. I was supposed to go live on this earlier and have this date ready. But bear with me a second. Matter of fact, I could find it. Let me find it quicker through this way. So that's the thing. But the Passover will still be kept regardless. And I'm gonna give y'all options. There's different options of what y'all can do. And I'm gonna give y'all different options in a second. Bear with me. All right. But as for now, the Passover will be postponed, not canceled, but postponed. And anybody that Salakia, anybody that wants to keep it, you still want to be able to keep the Passover in the flesh with us, if it be the Most High will. Let me see. Okay, so the same date. All right. So if, like I said, tentatively, the Passover is going to be postponed in New York, April 6, 2020, Monday, April 6. If that's so, and if the Most High open things up back in the country and it kind of gets back to business as usual, which America is not going to be, from now on through the Spirit, and I'm just speaking prophetically. I'm not speaking like I'm the Most High or an angel or nothing. But from here on in, America is never really going to get back to normal. You're not going to make America, it's not going to be MAGA. It's not going to be make America great again. From this point on, through the Spirit, what the Most High is showing me, I humbly say, so nobody don't get simple, but this is about it. It's downhill from here on in with America. Even if they come back to some normalcy, it's going to be a lot of damage from this shutdown with this coronavirus. I'm just speaking in the Spirit prophetically. Now, so if the Passover is canceled, which tentatively is looking like it will be, if it's canceled for April 6th, the new date will be May 6th. It will be exactly 1 month after. Okay, exactly 1 month after. It will be May 6th. All right? So it won't be April 6th. It'll be May 6th. All right, May 6th. Okay, so here's the situation. Once again, our venue in New York, they locking New York down, and it's looking like it might be the whole country soon. But the venue in New York, they decided to close because they said it doesn't make sense to stay open if we can only have events that hold 50 people. Their events are at least 100 to 150 people and better. They don't want to get no fine from the city. They don't want to get shut down. They don't want NYPD running up in there arresting them. So I totally understand that. So now, if this quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, if it subsides within a due time, the makeup date for the Passover will be May 6th, okay, 2020, all right? From April 6th to May 6th, same date, different month. So this is Numbers chapter 9 and verse 1. This is the book of Numbers chapter 9 and verse 1. And Yahweh spake unto Moshe in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they were come out of the land of Egypt, saying, let the children of Israel also keep the Passover at his appointed season. In the 14th day of this month at even, which is the 15th day, ye shall keep it in his appointed season, according to all the rites of it, and according to all the ceremonies thereof shall you keep it, meaning according to all the ordinances that the Most High gave Israel. This was the second month of us coming out of Egypt, second year. He said, keep the Passover in the wilderness. All right, and that's another cut on you can't keep the Passover outside of Jerusalem. The first 41 Passovers was kept outside of Jerusalem. So all of y'all that say we not in the land, we can't keep the Passover, that's not true. All right, now, it says, and Moses spake unto the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. And they kept the Passover in the 14th day of the first month at even, in the wilderness of Sinai. According to all the Lord commanded Moses, so did the children of Israel. Verse 6, Numbers 9 and 6. And there were certain men who were defiled by the dead body of a man. that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. And those men said unto him, we are defiled by the dead body of a man. Wherefore are we kept back, that we may not offer an offering of Yahweh in his appointed season among the children of Israel? Because according to the law, if you were unclean, you couldn't come to the feast. All right, y'all can read that also in 1 Samuel, the 20th chapter. When David didn't go to the new moon, Saul had spirits and demons on him. And Saul thought, yo, where's David, man? Oh, David must be unclean. That's why he didn't come to the new moon. Because it was Israel's custom that if we were unclean, we did not come to the feast. All right? By a dead body, an unclean issue, you had an open cut or sore, whatever the case may be. All right? You messed up and your woman's flowers got on you, whatever it was, whatever made us unclean, we didn't come to a feast day if you was clean within that same sundown to sundown period as the feast day. All right? So, verse 8. So verse 6 and 7, they said, well, we was unclean by a dead man's dead body, because let's say you buried a man 2 days before the Passover. By the time the Passover came, you were unclean, because you're unclean for 7 days if you're around a dead body. All right. So he said, why are we kept back from keeping the Passover? All right. So verse 8, it says, and Moses said unto them, stand still, and I will hear what Yahweh will command concerning you. So Moses said, I'm not going to make a decision on my own about the Passover. Let me stand still, meaning let me pray and meditate and just be patient, and let's see what the Most High say. And Israel, we have to apply that. A lot of times you have to apply that. You have to apply that sometime I got to be patient and let the Most High show me my next move. Don't always be so hasteful and you want to jump up and do something on your own. Let the Most High show you the next move, because he'll guide your steps. All right, verse 11. Verse 9. Numbers 9-9. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel, saying, if any man of you or of your posterity shall be unclean by reason of a dead body, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahweh. See that? He said, if any man be in unclean, or he was off on a journey afar off, he couldn't make it back in time to keep the Passover, whatever the case may be. Nowadays, we keep the Passover in any of our lands throughout our captivity, because the Most High said in our captivity, rehearse the righteous acts. So now you keep the Passover wherever you dwell throughout all your generations. But back then, let's say you was on a journey, all right, you was outside of the camp or whatever the case may be, you weren't able to keep the Passover amongst the people, all right, or for whatever reason, all right, you was on a journey and you didn't prepare properly, whatever. All right, it says, or be in a journey afar off, yet he shall keep the Passover unto Yahweh. So nowadays, what's that journey? What's going on now that has us in a journey afar off? This so-called coronavirus lockdown and quarantine. You're not able to travel to New York or different states or whatever, or you're able to travel, but the venue's not available. It's something hindering us. So the Most High said, you can still keep the Passover, but I'm going to give y'all different options of what you brothers and sisters can do that's best for your spirit, or, you know, what's best for you during this time. It says, verse 11, the 14th day of the second month. So now, the 14th day at even, which is the 15th day of the first month, would have been April 6th. Because what? Next Monday, your Passover is always exactly 2 weeks from the new moon on the same day. I'm going to show y'all why. This coming Monday, March 23rd, will be our new year. That's the new moon, the dark moon coming in for the new. That's the first moon around the vernal or spring equinox that brings in our new year. Our new year or new moon usually comes around in between mid to late March, early April, around right after the spring or vernal equinox. All right, because the spring is our new year. But Our new year comes this year, March 23rd at even. All right? Okay. Yeah, the brothers of ATL. Yeah, ATL. The other states, I'm not sure. They'll probably be clear to if they're clear, they're still going to keep their Passover as scheduled. Atlanta, Las Vegas, and Los Angeles. All right, but New York, the headquarters, we will be keeping a Passover. Numbers 9:11, the 14th day of the second month. So it's just exactly 1 month later, May 6th. So now, like I was saying, the new moon for our new year, the first month of the year, comes March 23rd at even. Exactly 2 weeks from that will be Monday, April 6th at even, which would give us the Passover. Now, what the Most High is doing is, the Most High is letting us know we can celebrate in the second month. So the new moon for April, the second month, is Wednesday, April 22nd at even. So exactly 2 weeks, 14 days at even from that will be Wednesday, May 6th. So the tentative replacement date for the Passover will be May 6, 2020. All right? But that's not for all HOI camps. The other states, if they're able to gather, then they will gather. But I'm going to break down the options in a minute. All right? Verse 12, they shall leave none of it unto the morning, nor break any bone of it. According to all the ordinances of the Passover, they shall keep it. But the man that is clean and not in a journey, and forbeareth to keep the Passover, even the same soul shall be cut off from among his people, because he brought not the offering of Yahweh in his appointed season. That man shall bear his sin. And if a stranger shall sojourn among you, and will keep the Passover unto Yahweh, according to the ordinance of the Passover, and according to the manner thereof, so shall he be. Ye shall have one ordinance, both for the stranger and for him that is born in a land. Meaning, the same rules apply for an Israelite, whether he's a foreign Israelite from another area or he's born in a land. And also we have the law of the stranger. If the actual heathen wanted to come amongst Israel, we have the law of the stranger. But that's mainly talking about a foreign Israelite. They had to keep the Passover according to the same law like an Israelite that was born in the land. There's no difference because they still of the seed line of Israel. So now, right here, that's telling us that the Passover can be kept in the second month if you don't have the ability to keep it in the first month. Now, you can keep it at home. If you're in your city on April 6th and you can get access to the lamb, the wine, the bitter herbs and everything, you can keep it at home. So your options are this. The Passover, the official Passover date is Monday, April 6, 2020. Unfortunately, New York is on lockdown. I just got a call earlier today. That's why I had to do this impromptu video. That our venue that we're having it at, they had to shut all of their events down because all their events are 50 or more people. So they got a law in New York. You can't have any gatherings of 50 or more people. It's got to be 50 or less because of this wannabe so-called coronavirus. They don't want it to spread. If there's a damn virus at all, I don't believe it is, but that's just my conspiracy. If it is, whatever, that's the judgment of the Most High. If it's not, whatever, that's the judgment of the Most High. But anyway, so when you look at it, all right, we can keep the Passover in the second month. So like I said, April 6, 2020 at even, that's the official date for the Passover. If you brothers and sisters decide to just keep it at home, you can do it that time. And if you say, well, I'll travel to New York or travel to fellowship with H.O.I another year, if we're still here, I'll travel next year if it's not another damn prophecy going on. Or you can keep your RSVP and keep it with us May 6, 2020. And your RSVP, your tickets, everything, all those that RSVP'd already, you don't have to worry about nothing. Just change your travel plans. More likely than not, Airlines and hotels and Airbnbs, they're going to be giving full refunds. All right, because nobody anticipated, what was going to go on. So you'll get refunded, and then you can just rebook your airline, your tickets, and your Airbnbs or hotels for May 6th. All right, around that time. Or what you can do, you can keep it on April 6th in your home and still travel to New York and keep it with us on May 6th. You can do that also. All right. So those are your options, Israel. Your options are you can keep it at home on April 6th with you and your family and say, look, I'm just going to do it then. I'll congregate with H.O.I next year or whenever I can, or for another feast day that's coming up, you can travel to the city, maybe Feast of First Fruits, or we got the Truth Music concert coming up again in September. We got the Family Day Cookout coming up in August. So we got events going on that you can still travel another time. And if you RSVP'd already, you'll be refunded and you can come at another time. Or everybody that got their spot already, you can leave it at everything. You're all written. We got you down on the ledger. We know who paid. We know who RSVP'd. So your spot will be good. If you RSVP'd already, you good. This gives us more time to plan, and we're not going outside of anything in Scripture. We're not moving a Passover for our convenience. It's just the Most High brought judgment. All right? We know everybody want to be fly. You want to get your garments on, you know what I'm saying? Your little fly garments and do it up, and your little pretty Passover. You know what I'm saying? Gorgeous Passover. Handsome Passover for the men, whatever. But you want your pretty, handsome Passover, or you want judgment, or you want prophecy? The most I can do both. Because, some people somewhere are going to still be able to have their Passovers, but, you can't have it both ways sometimes. The Most High is bringing prophecy, and it is. The scriptures tell you that. There's tons of scriptures on this. It's going to shift the course of society, everyday society. The Most High can do both. He can vaporize New York and leave where we having a Passover at. It'd be fine there. But also, he's bringing judgment, so it's things. And the Most High does everything. The Most High is like a chess. He moves like a game of chess. Everything is a move. All right, one thing affects another, which affects another, which affects another. Hey, there's nothing wrong if you want to just keep the Passover and on April 6th. I'm probably going to do both. Most likely, I'm going to do both. I'm going to just keep it home with my family on the 6th. And then I'll, travel to New York and gather with at the headquarters with all the people that's going to still come. But remember, the first Passover was kept in our homes. The Most High said, put the blood on the door. Why was the first Passover kept in our homes? Because there was destruction all over Egypt. The Most High sent the death angel, H.O.I, through to kill all the firstborn of the Egyptians. There was bloodshed everywhere. Just like now. How we know the Most High not doing this? Because it's about to be riots, chaos, whatever. I don't know. It's all up to the Most High. It might be nothing. They might be testing out martial law. They might lock the country down for a few weeks or lock certain things down for a few weeks. They keep talking about a quarantine of the whole country, but, that remains to be seen. That's up to the Most High. But a lot of stuff is shutting down right now. All right, half the damn country is immobilized as we speak. There's a lot of everyday normal life that's still going on, but there's a lot of stuff that's immobilized. So we don't know. It's up to the Most High. All right, there's nothing wrong. We don't know if April 6th come and let's say we all have to be in our homes keeping the Passover. You really can't gather because the Most High about to do something to this society. He don't want us outside. All right, we never know. How we know the Most High he's not going to have a purge on the night of April 6th and have something rise up in this society and a whole bunch of Edomites get killed or something. I don't know. So it's up to the Most High. So you can't have your little pretty fancy, Passover and prophecy at the same time. You can because the Most High can do whatever you want to do, but that's just how he operates. I'm just messing with y'all. Hell, I like to look nice for the Passover. I like the gloriousness of it. I mean, I've had Passovers in my living room, and then I've been to the most fanciest Passovers in Israel. It don't matter to me, as long as we eat the unleavened bread, the bitter herbs, and we do the service. But we do like to put into. It's not that the Passover is all about a show and a garment. That's just zeal. For some people that's in that spirit, then they wrong. They gotta correct that. But the reason why the brothers go all out and get nice garments, everybody come in, we try to rent a nice place out. We try to go all out. We a lot of Passovers are expensive, and only because it's not about the money or how much you gonna get or whatever. Because normally what we do, whatever we get in, we spend it for the initial Passover. If we got anything left over, we do a nice closing, and then if we got anything left over, we put it up for the rest of the feast days for the year. But if we spend all the money on the first night, then we got to put up for the second night, whatever, however it goes. So it's not a money grab for us. The reason why the Passover seems a little bit pricey because you have to pay for these venues. This stuff costs thousands of dollars. All right, sometimes $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 you can spend on a Passover. And if you got larger congregations, even more. And that money has to come from amongst the people. So a lot of people around the Passover, you get all kinds of condemnation. They take little slick shots, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you're charging this for the Passover. But the Passover has to be paid for. And everything goes to the feast. If anything left over, it goes to the closing of the feast. Anything left over after that, it goes for the rest of feast days to help out for the rest of the year. And so on and so forth. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But either way, my point was we like to put our spirit into the Passover. It's our great day. Like I said, it's not all about the garment and the flyness or whatever, but you want to put your spirit into it because you're serving the Most High. You remember in this beautiful day. Passover is a beautiful and pleasant time. So that's why you see the glamour of it in Israel. Now, anybody that's just doing it for that, they in the wrong spirit. But brothers and sisters that's doing it for that because they love the Most High, they love the Passover, and they want to put their spirit into it, there's nothing wrong with that. If a brother pay his fee for him and his family, he want to come in there with a damn $500 garment, that's on him. Especially if he balanced it out and he gave his portion for the Passover, which was reasonable, and him and his family want to look nice and, have a good time on the Lord's Passover. Nothing wrong with that. All right, but it's not about that. So you either want the fancy Passover or the prophecy. I'm just messing with y'all. All right, hell, I like the fancy Passover too. All right, I like it too. I like to put the spirit into it. But Moses said, look, I'm bringing judgment, damn it. You can't have it both ways. All right. So, but either way, if we're able to, we will make it up in the second month. And everything we got planned, and Most High will, who's to say it may be even better because it'll give more time to plan and come up with different ideas and nice things for the Passover. All right. So that's that. So your options are, well, like I said, this is just a pre-announcement. All right. The final decision will come either this Monday or no later than Tuesday morning, the 24th, which will give us still about 2 weeks out to do whatever backup plan you're going to get. 2 weeks is a lot of time. If you know on your game, it's not much time, but it's a lot of time if you're on your game. So once again, that'll be your options. But for now, it's looking like H.O.I. Passover New York City headquarters will be postponed. Not canceled, but postponed. And your other option is you don't necessarily have to keep it April 6th or whatever. You can just wait till May 6th and pull up to New York and keep it with us then when we're going to have a big ceremony. But we do still want to do something and gather for the Most High's Passover as a body. All right. And that the beauty of the Passover is you can make it up in the second month. The Most High said, if you don't do it in that first month, you're going to do my Passover. And, brothers and sisters have had, since we discovered this law, brothers and sisters have had to do that, and they had just as beautiful Passover as any. All right. So that's our tentative plan. But Atlanta, Los Angeles and Vegas will keep y'all updated. And Shalom Shara. All right. We'll keep y'all updated, and if anything changes in those cities too, we'll give y'all at least a 2-week notice. We do apologize, but the Most High is kicking America's behind. The world's behind with this coronavirus or coronavirus scare tactic, fear tactic. All right, because if I be a bet, man, ain't nobody got a damn coronavirus. Or it may be everybody that they said got it. I don't know. But it could be a fear tactic and a hype. Some people could be sick somewhere, but a lot of it is a hype. And there's so much information coming out on this thing, it's ridiculous. Every day, every hour, it's just more and more information coming out on this thing. So you never know. You never know. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's the announcement I had to make, and I had to put emergency on the title to get y'all attention. All right, because this is the Passover, this is important, and who's this? Makaya Yasha'Allah. You, Shalom Zabak, you were the person who brought me into the truth back in 2014. The Wada Akal, hello, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Khan, Kwam Yasha'Allah. Brother Makaya Yasha'Allah. Hey, I'm just a humble vessel being used, all right? Yahweh Shai said, if you bear much fruit, you are my disciples indeed. And not to toot my own horn, but I try to get out there and teach as much Israel as I can and bring them in his truth, man. I'm trying to get my crown. I'm trying to cover my sins. I'm trying to, get right with the Most High. All the dirt I've done in the world, the times I messed up in the truth, I'm trying to clean that up by doing this work. So all praises. Most High said that you convert a sinner from the error of his way. You save a soul from death and hide a multitude of sins. So I'm trying to wake up every Israelite I can to this truth. I need them points back with the Most High Yahweh Shai. So I'm trying to do my work, bro. That ain't nothing. That ain't for no bragging rights to act like I'm better than nobody. So brothers don't get simple. You got a spirit going around here now in Israel, and I don't care how much street teaching you do. You go on the street corner and yell and scream. Y'all have no idea in the spirit, man. All right? Some of us are doing that because we see the importance. All right? What is this Hebrew word? No link in COVID-19. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know. Esau is a sick bastard, man. He, more likely than not, they killed Kobe. They sacrificed Kobe. And this coronavirus, it could all be connected with the conspiracy. I don't know. But I saw that. I saw somebody translate the English to the Hebrew and it said Kobe. I don't know. They got all kinds of wild stuff out here. But I actually saw somebody do it on a Google search. I'll be honest, I didn't do it myself, but I have seen a couple of videos where people actually did it, and it did translate back to Kobe. And the scriptures say in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses. Maybe this all got something to do with the occult, with Kobe's death and the coronavirus, and, you never know. All right, but Brother Makaya, what camp are you with now? What congregation are you with now? If you don't mind me asking. Not that it matters, but inquiring minds want to know. All right, what congregation are you with now, Brother Makaya? All right. Yeah, I don't know. Kobe, COVID, I don't know. Corona, Rona, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The Most High. Plagues, pestilence, fear amongst men, lockdown. A man shall desire to go into a city and not be able to. All right, so all of that is here. All right, all that is here. We're basically at pre-martial law. So in that, certain aspects of the country is going to be shut down. It is even going to get harder for certain brothers to go to camp. Because now when you go out, they want you to stand 6 feet away from each other. They don't want no crowds of 10 or more people gathering. Sometimes we go out to the camp now, especially now that the weather's about to break. We go out to camp and, a crowd develops around us. It might be sometimes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I done seen crowds of damn near 100 people. Got us surrounded, swarmed. Like I said with H.O.I, all right? They thronged you. Throng is like a big crowd that's around you, basically surrounded you. They thronged you. I've been in that. I've been out with me and one brother. And 50, 60 people got us surrounded and we teaching. But can't do that. And when the spring and summer come in, you tend to get bigger crowds at the camp. Because, people want to come out for the weather, it's entertainment, whatever. They sightseeing, they in a different city, whatever. I'm with the local congregation in Gary, Indiana. Khan, that's what's up, brother. That's what's up. Kwame Asha'Allah. A lot of people, you may come into the truth. A vessel may be used to bring you in the truth, but you may end up congregating somewhere else. All right, but guess what? That vessel still gets credit for that. All right, so all praises, brother Makai Asha'Allah. As long as you're in the fold, and if I was used as that vessel to help bring you into the fold, then all praises to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. All right. A brother once said, I got love for Priest Sabak. He's the one that brought me into the truth. So another brother got upset and told him, brother, don't be giving no credit to a man. The Most High, Yahweh Shai, is the one that brought you into the truth. But listen, Israel, please. More likely than not, you know what a brother means when he says that. You were the vessel used by the Most High to bring the... So when a brother say, Priest Sabak brought me in the truth, or, all right, Khan, or let's say Elder Torah, H.O.I, Shower Par, Chief Ephraim, whatever the case may be. I'm just using brothers from H.O.I. It could be anybody. Brothers from Sakari, Sons of Thunder, Watchmen, some of our sister camps or whatever. All right. Those the vessels, those the men that the Most High used to bring that man in. So you ain't got to check a brother on that. You know what the brother... Because then you know what that'll cause? That'll cause negativity towards that brother. Oh, Priest Sabak is proud. He think he brought people into the truth. If I got 25, 26 years in this truth, if I still believe this day with the understanding of scriptures that I have, if I still believe that I brought a man into the truth, literally, then I don't need to be sitting here. I know it's not me. I'm just a human vessel being used to bring the Most High speaking through me. And I'm making my spirit a willing spirit. All right? Khan sister. Yeah, shout out to Watchmen for Israel, Sons of Thunder, and Sakari. Had a good powwow with them brothers earlier. I hope y'all watch it and it encourages the nation. All right? Had a good powwow with my young brothers, man. And I'm glad that them young brothers are strong. They all got their own camps, but they still look up to and respect elders. I definitely, had a great relationship with them brothers throughout the years, and I hope the Most High continues that. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh Shah. Them brothers have stuck by us, H.O.I through thick and thin. Not on a respect the person's level, but, just loyalty and brotherhood, and we've stuck by them, as through loyalty and brotherhood. So all praises. But anyway, the water sister Shara, yeah, that was a good powwow with my brothers earlier. All right, I'm new to that multiple screen chat stuff, so I'm so old school, man. I had to adjust, and I know Ephraim or somebody was trying to get me on one of them before, and I was like, yo, how do I get on? And but shout out to Naquam Watchman. He sent me the link, and I was able to log right in. My old school ass, man. But I was able to get on there, man. A couple of brothers have tried to get me on those I call them multiple screen YouTubes, and I'm just, the brother sent me the link, so he made it easy. But anyway, shout out to my young brothers, my young My young warriors, man, they doing a hell of a work, and we had a good powwow earlier. And them brothers have been very loving and supportive over the years. And, HOI, we reciprocate the same thing. All right, but anyway, back to the fact of the matter. Right, Maratazah, Israelite. He said Tahawam brung him in and brung him to We Got Next. Yeah, Khan. All right, Priest Tahawam, from the Shield of Wisdom. That was one of the original founders of We Got Next. Shield of Wisdom and Priest Tahawam out here in LA, they're the ones that had We Got Next on their website. And then we had the movement that we created for Israel. And brothers would go around traveling and teaching. We Got Next. So the brothers giving credit to Priest Elder Tahawam that brought him in the truth. But of course, that brother was a vessel used to bring this brother into the truth. All right, so that's what a brother means when he said somebody brought them in the truth. Don't get simple, Israel, and feel like you always got to check a brother on something. That's really, you know what the brother mean. Even if you say to the brother, well, brother, be careful with that. Understand is the Most High H.O.I that used Zabak to bring you into the truth. Oh, yeah, brother, I understand that, but I'm just saying he was the human man on the earth. And Israel, you know that's what the brother is saying. Come on, man. Y'all better stop this pettiness, Israel, and it's about to be a damn prophecy on a major level. They said, I was reading a report earlier, UFO activity has gone up by 75% in the last year. And I know that from what I've been seeing in the news. Not counting the brothers that, you got certain brothers that really go in on UFO research and everything that really can go deep into it. But this is just from what I've been seeing in the news on the surface and teaching about in the camps and the little lessons when I do them. So it's getting real, Israel. So with the Passover, that's our biggest high holy day of the year, although all high holy days are important, don't get me wrong. But even in the midst of prophecy, is a give and take, is a trade-off. Like I said, the most I could have blow up half the damn country and still let us have the big, beautiful, extravagant Passover. But he's doing everything for a reason. He's running checks and balances. And like I said, anybody that just stay home on April 6th and do the Passover, the original Passover was in our homes. So either way, the Most High did tell us to come together. He said in Leviticus 23, these are my feasts which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocations, true or righteous gatherings, and we supposed to try to gather. Like I said, I'm gonna do each one. I'm gonna do everything I can do for the Passover. I'll probably do both months, just to be with my family, and then my extended family. But that's about it for now, Israel. I just want to make that update. So we do apologize, but there's nothing we can do. So if you already RSVP'd, your spot will still be put on the side. Your money will be put to the side. Some of the money has already been given to the venue. We had to get them a down payment. So some of the money has already, but if nothing's going to go on at all, if this thing just going to last into the damn summertime, we don't know. Then we'll just, we'll refund everybody's money, and you can hold it for next year or whatever the case may be if you want to travel to another H.O.I event. But, everything is recorded. We know who's who RSVP'd, so your spot will be held. And if need be, you'll be refunded. And you can attend another H.O.I event later in the year if the country opens back up. I don't know. This, like I said, it could be 2 days. It could be 2 months. It could be 2 years. This is all up to the Most High. But I do believe we're living in 2nd Ezra 16:18, the beginning of sorrows. All right, this is just the beginning. Some people like text me or email me, Priest Sabak, is this the beginning of the end? And yes, my answer would be, I believe so. It's been the beginning of the end because prophecy been happening. It's just stepping up and escalating. All right, so that's a emergency Passover update, y'all. So once again, H.O.I. New York City, our headquarters. The Passover in Harlem will be postponed to a later date. Not canceled for now, but postponed to a later date. We read it in Numbers 9, 1 through 14. You can keep the Passover in the second month. So if we're not gathering, I only say if because this is not my final announcement. My final announcement will come in 5 days. Hell, the Esau could turn around and the Most High put a spirit on me, open the whole country back up tomorrow. We don't know. Man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man understand his own way? So, once again, we'll give a final announcement after the New Year, which is Monday. Happy New Year, everybody also. Ashar Kadash Shana. Or you can just say Ashar Shana. All right, Ashar means happy, Kadash means new, and Shana means year. Or you can say Ashar Shana, or happy year. All right, because the Hebrews are like a straight to the point language. All right, so everybody, in advance, the Most High bless us to see another week. Happy New Year and Happy New Moon, first month of the year, Monday, March 23rd, 2020. All right, so what was I saying? Shalom, Mark, thanks for opening up my eyes. Kazak Bunya Sha'ala. Likewise, brother, Shalom. Shalom, Mark. All praise to the Most High Yahweh Shah for using me as a vessel. All right. Y'all gonna make me cry on here. All these good brothers and sisters out of Most High use me to bring in the truth. Just messing with y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, Israel. All right. If any of y'all been around me, man, y'all know I like to have a good time. All right. I like to have a good time around Israel, man. I like to, feel good, joke, right? Not be a clown. There's a difference, but we like to have a good time. We like to joke. I like to let everybody feel comfortable around me, and everything. The elder's down to earth, man. You could talk to him, but I'm just having a little fun, y'all. But all praises. All you brothers and sisters that, Devorah, Lily, Anna, Israel, you woke my son up. Thank you also. Khan, sister, all praises. All right. Y'all gonna have to throw me a little celebration or something now. All right. Put something on the grill in the middle of the summer, get some drinks and some damn old school R&B now. And some righteous Israelite music in there. All right. And throw me a celebration. No, I'm just kidding. All right. No folly. I'm just having fun with it, y'all. But back on a serious note, I forgot I was speaking about before that. But Salakia, y'all. Passover. All right, Khan. Zadok in the building, H.O.I. Brooklyn. Shalom, Mark. Sabal Iwalum on the set. All right. The coronavirus got Sabal cursing everything out. All right. Sabal cursing everything out. Got Sabal cursing. Sabal Iwalum, what up, Mark? H.O.I. Brooklyn, H.O.I. East New York, H.O.I. Flatbush, all that good stuff. All right. But anyway, so that's what's going on for the Passover with New York. Passover New York headquarters, not canceled, but most likely going to be postponed. Final announcement will be made after the New Year, which is this Monday, March 23rd. So the final announcement for the Passover concerning New York will be made on Tuesday, March 21st, most high willing, or maybe even that night while I'm doing the New Year's service. Everybody log into the New Year's service with H.O.I. Monday, March 23rd, 2020 at even. I'll be broadcasting on West Coast time, so I'll keep y'all posted on what time we're going to start. All right? Because I know there's a little time difference for, it may be a little later for y'all on the East Coast. Damn it, stay up is the New Year. Or some of the East Coast camps, they'll be broadcasting live too, and y'all can have the link to watch live, so don't start so late, whatever, with us on the West Coast. But so the announcement, the final decision will be made on Tuesday. All right, and whatever we decide, that's what we're gonna have to. Now, if they open up the city 3 days before the Passover, April 6th, there's nothing we can do because that's too short of time. I'm trying to give time for another plan of action. So if we got to do it in May, time, wherever y'all can still gather. All right. God damn, sis. Your apartment, a whole 50 people. All right. We got a big place. God damn it. All right. Hey, sister made the offer. That's a backup plan. All right. H.O.I. Philly, Jersey, y'all can go out to Delaware to the sister's house and do the Passover if need be for April 6th. Like I said, there's nothing wrong if everybody keep it on that same day, on the actual date of the Passover in your homes, and then we'll cancel the second month Passover. That can be an option too. If everybody can find a backup plan or just keep it in their home, then we might do, but we still want to give everybody a chance to gather together. So that's why we still keeping it like that. But, a few options can be on the table. All right. And then, like I said, we'll just refund you and you can use that for another time or another feast, or you can save your offering in advance for another feast. Because, I'll keep records of all of that, we can do it like that. But either way, everything will be done decently and in order. All right. So that's about it. So, that's the tentative plan. Damn, sis. 50 people, your living room must be a damn house itself. But the sister said, look, she'll make it work. Standing room. Hell, the men could stand up. Because we got to stand up anyway. We got to have our staffs and everything. But it's up to the Most High how this thing pan out. All right, y'all? So no folly. But anyway, I just want to give y'all that announcement for H.O.I. Passover headquarters, New York City. All right? It's most likely going to be postponed until May 6th. Now, if the city and everything is still on lockdown by May 6th and we can't gather, then you just keep it at home. If you didn't keep it on April 6th, let's say you didn't keep it on April 6th, you're going to wait till May 6th, then you'll just keep it at home on May 6th. Let's say you keep it on April 6th and you still want to come May 6th, then if we totally canceled it, then you just kept it on April 6th already. It's okay. You don't have to keep it again. All right. But all options are on the table. However y'all want to do it, you can contact me and let me know. But if it be the Most High will, the Passover will still be kept. Everything we plan, all the shows, everything, all the announcements is still going to go on. All right. So any questions or comments, inbox me here on Facebook, or hit me on Instagram, Zabak Kanai. Zabak.Kanai, I think it is. I don't even know my damn page on Instagram. I think it's a dot or underscore. I don't know. Let me see. Because I had 2 Instagram pages and one I got locked out of. I couldn't remember which email I used for it. Zabak.Kanai on Instagram. All right. Hit me there. Inbox me, DM me on Instagram or Facebook, or hit me at houseofisraelnyc@gmail.com. Shalom, Shawapar. House of Israel, nyc@gmail.com. All right, like I said, the rest of the states, hopefully, they'll be keeping their Passovers if you want to go local. And if the rest of the states are keeping their Passovers, I may go to one of those states. All right, tentatively LA, most likely. All right, but I'll keep y'all posted. Okay. So that's about it, Israel. That's the update for the Passover. Postponed for now, but not canceled. All right. You can keep the Passover in the second month. So it will be moved from April 6th to May 6th, 2020. And you can still keep either date. All right. And if you're going to keep it at home, we'll tell you how to keep it at home. We'll show you, give you a little instructional video. Or y'all can go to Awaken Israel and type in Passover. And we got several Passover videos that come up from over the years. You can watch every one of them and learn about how to do the Passover, what to do, the story, and everything. Watch the services, watch the sit-downs we did, everything. All right, so any questions, hit me up. All right. House of Israel, nyc@gmail.com. Here on Facebook or Instagram, zabak.kanai. And I'll have any updated information for you. All right, or rewatch this video if you came in late. There's a little changing of the Passover for 2020. All right? Like I said, you can have fly Passover or prophecy. Or both, but in the midst of this judgment, things are going to be changed and moved around because the Most High is not playing. He's rocking and rolling this country. Like I said, hell, we don't even know if the camp's going to still be able to go out. All right, because they might break the camps up. Yo, crowds of people, you can't gather here. You got to go. And we got to obey the higher powers. That's when the famine of the word comes in. All right. Right, brother's still trying to hold on to ATL. Like I said, anybody that can keep it in your states. This is mainly only for New York right now. Now, if they make announcements for other states, then it is what it is. We're going to have to make announcements and rearrangements for all states. All right, so, but most states are shutting down venues that hold 50 or more people because they don't want you to get the coronavirus. All right. So, we'll update y'all. All right. Worst come to worst, everybody keep it at home. This year, this might be a reversal of Egypt. Remember the first Passover was we all kept it in our houses and the Most High was destroying Egypt. Hey, what if the Most High want us to keep tradition? All right? He want us to all keep it in our houses and he going to bring judgment on modern Egypt. I could deal with it either way. I could do the fly Passover, the nice garment, the big venue, the people, the 3 or 4 lambs, got to get them chopped up and slaughtered and the homemade unleavened bread from the wives, the concert, the music, the announcements, the special events. I can do it. Or I can sit in the house, do it with my family, and watch the Most High H.O.I purge America. Either way, you know what I'm saying? I done did it before. I done sat in my living room and kept the Passover. I done been in a Passover with damn near over 1,000 people. It don't matter to me. But for the sake of the body, some of y'all never kept the Passover, so it's a beautiful experience. We had people crying last year. Had people crying because it was their first Passover. It was beautiful. Hanging out to 10 a.m. in the morning. Right, it was beautiful, man. Brother out of sight, Elijah. He did a hell of a performance last year. That's when everybody first got introduced to his music. Man, people was crying to me. I had a beautiful Passover, Elder. Thank you so much. So for those that are new, it's an experience for them. That's the joy in coming together with their people because, they're not used to seeing that in the world or they had it, but it was on the left-hand side. Now it's in righteousness. And we're not perfect in the nation, but it's good to be able to come into the fold and be with people that are like-minded in Yahweh and you finally got, some righteousness around you that you can celebrate in. So for the new people, I feel for them, they need to experience that. But for us veterans, we get some damn lamb and bitter herbs and do it up nice in our homes. Might put some damn blood on the doorposts. All right, and do it with our wives and children or our families or whatever. All right, but either way, the Most High Passover going to be kept if we're alive and kicking. All right, so with that, I'm going to sign off. Pre-Sabak, H.O.I to the chariots fly. Shout out to Sakari, SOT, Sons of Thunder, Watchmen for Israel. That was an excellent powwow earlier. Our brother Naquan, my brother Amos from Watchmen to Water for having me on. It was an honor. I'm humbled, even as an elder. I'm humbled by you young men's invitation, all praises. And the water to you, brothers and sisters, for tuning in and giving us some positive energy and feedback. So I'm going to sign off with that. H.O.I to the chariots fly, House of Israel, we got next. All the camps in Yahweh and Yahweh Shai throughout the four corners of the earth. Bring it out. H.O.I pull up, boys. All praise to Yahweh and Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Hallelujah. Kwam Yasha'Allah. We still got next. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai forever and ever. Amen. Kwam Yasha'Allah. Shalom.